Hi everyone. I want to show you again one of the coolest things you can use in InDesign. And today my victim is going to be CJ, who has submitted this very nice looking initial letterhead design. His logo is working really well, but we're not going to talk about the logo. Um, We're going to talk about the information at the bottom here. So let's zoom in on this and take a look at it. And I've seen this issue with a lot of folks. Okay, so first of all, with this layer, I'm going to change the color of the layer to something that contrasts. So now you can see, um, as you're going to come in a little bit closer, you have got to reduce the number of text frames in your InDesign documents. Um, I'm probably going to recommend that um, Christian or CJ take out this secondary hairline. It's just busyness that doesn't need to be there. But let's focus on this, okay? So let's move this up here for a second and let's change the text to black temporarily. We'll just change it. We're going to change it back to white. Um, what you want to do is find a way to reduce all the doohickeys in here. So I'm going to cut that and I'm going to paste this right in here, right next to this, and make that black. So if you were starting this from scratch, you'd have one text frame. Okay. With all your contact information or whatever you were working on. Okay. Now I think you need to understand also, we don't need to put HTTPS in there anymore. And in most cases, we don't even have to put www. Everybody gets it's the World Wide Web, if you even realize that's what it stands for. So for now, I'm also going to just take out these little hash marks and I'm going to bring it down here for the moment. Now, notice that they're in this very long text frame at this point, all the text. What I'm going to do is, first of all, select all this text and I'm going to make it justified, which looks terrible, right? But this is what's going to happen. I'm also going to take out that little backslash. But what I'm going to do is, this is my first chunk of information. The next thing is going to be the phone number. And by the way, I'm going to, don't use parentheses anymore for area codes. That kind of went out. I like just putting a little dot in between. It's much simpler and it's more elegant. So let's just go ahead and under type, we're going to insert a white space, and it's a very special kind of white space. We call it the flush space. Not elegant, but think of it as the rubber band. When it has text, it keeps the text justified, but it adds the flush space expands to whatever width it needs to fill in the space in between the chunks of text. We're also going to add one, let's see, yep, we don't need any spaces in there at all. And now I'm going to add another flush space. And notice that this space and this space are automatically even. You should never have to hit your space bar or add a tab for this kind of thing. What's great about this is if you decide that I don't want this information quite as wide, I'm going to increase my margins. So you take, let's, maybe I want it to be there. It just readjusts to whatever width the text is in the text frame, or however wide the text frame is. That is invaluable. This only works if you've selected all the text and made it justified. It has to be justified with this setting. And then you cannot have any added space in here. The only thing you do is you click in and insert a flush space. Now, this is perfect for having contact information at the bottom of a document, or you'd probably use it a lot less, say on a business card, but it's so dang fun. And then you've got this, and then just go up to your alignment. Make sure that you've set the alignment source to the page, and then just hit center, and it just, now it's perfectly centered. So let's take a look at this. I really don't think you need those little hash marks in there. If we look at, while we're at it, let's take a look. Layout, object. I'm going to unlock all on the spread. I wonder if this is grouped. Let's see. Yes, it is grouped. So I'm going to take, just going to try this. And I would also recommend that you don't need such a big, thick border. Notice a lot of folks are putting these big, thick borders. They really do encroach on the white space. And here's another text frame in there. I'm not sure what that is. Move this down here, and then I'm going to turn it back to white. This is Avenir Next condensed. Remember, if you're going to put white text on a dark or colored background, pump it up a little bit, and maybe you want to set the kerning to optical, and you might even want to spread it out. Notice that as you increase the letter spacing, the space in between there adjusts too. It's just brilliant. I love it. Look at that. I might even, well, I think that's about right. So right away, I think this looks a lot better. Okay? But remember, flush space.